Mr. Mark Jubbs here play the piano, and he will tell you a little bit about the way that he went about choosing this music.
David and I got together and started researching all the old ballet tunes, and we have put on some very interesting music as well as some old standards from Nutcracker, Coppelia, La Bayadere, and Swan Lake, amongst others. We hope you'll enjoy it.
Now I'd like to introduce you to the dancers, and we have
Gian, Mamie, Alana, Melissa, Grace, Alicia, Zareen.
and now it's back to the bar. Pliés, we'll start in second position, and we'll take a demi-plie 1, 2, 3, 4, grand plie 5, 6, 7, and 8. Same again, 1, 2, 3, 4, grand plie, 6, 7, and 8. First position, demi-plie 2, 3, 4, grand plie 6, 7, and 8, demi-plie 2, 3, and 4, grand plie 6, 7, and 8. We repeat the same thing in fourth position, the 2, and then closing back into the fifth, and the same thing into the fifth. So we've gone from second and into first, and then through to the fourth, and then back into the fifth. At the end, we're going to rise up and balance other arm to the fifth, through the demi-plie, and then changing back at the end. Okay, girls? Let's start in second position. entendu to the fourth devant, close, second and close, to the back and close, second and close. Fondu to the front, fondu to the side, fondu to the back, rise up to the demi-point, into the plie with the arm coming down, bringing the arm forward and open to the side, and then repeat that en dedans from the back. Okay, is that clear? Good. Let's start now from fifth position. Our next exercise, dégagé from first position, arm forward and open out to the side. So we have the accent going out, in, accent in, plie. Out, in, plie. 4 times, then we'll rise up and balance with the other arm to the fifth, opening sideways and then down, so it's the same balance that we're taking all the way through. Okay, starting now from first position, dégagés from first. Now we have our dégagés from fifth position. And to the front, front, front. To the side, side, side. To the back, back, back. Rise up, bring the arm down, arm forward, and open to the side. And then through to the back, 2, to the side, 2, to the front, 2, rising up, arm fifth, other arm fifth, demi-plie down, and then stretch. Okay, girls, off we go. Starting now from fifth position. Now we have some piqués from fifth position. Piqués are very good for the speed of the foot, so we have to concentrate a little bit on the speed of the foot. Starting from fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and closing into the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then closing into the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and closing into the fifth. Passé, and then closing into the fifth with a demi-plie, and then we'll repeat that en dedans. Okay, start now from fifth, girls, with the piqués, really working the foot, stretching right through to the toes. The next exercise, we're going to use some pas de cheval, which I think is very good for the development of the foot and the flexibility of the foot. And you notice that I move back to this position on the bar because I have trouble demonstrating with my left leg. It's not that I can't, but I can't think as well with my left leg as I can with my right. So make sure that as you study, that you don't finish up only being able to work on one side and not on the other side. Okay, be careful about that later on. So we take a 1 and raise and lower and close. Side and raise and lower and close. Through to the back, raise, lower and close. Pas de cheval, open into the second, rolling right through the center of the foot, and then closing through into the back. And exactly the same thing from the back. Now when we take the pas de cheval, we're not going to wrap it around on the coup de pied. We're just going to go through almost like a coupe position and through the coupe position. It's very good to build the flexibility because our feet have to be like our hands in the end, very flexible. Okay? Can we remember that? Okay, I think we can. Good. Let's start now from fifth. And now we have rond de jambe artère together with a soutenu. So we start from fifth with the demi-plie and open the arm into the second. Rond de jambe en dehors, outwards, 1 and 2 and 3 and close. And from the back, and 2 and 3 and close. Rond de jambe soutenu and back, and soutenu and back. Brushing front, brushing back, front and back, and then closing into the fifth. So the arm on the en dedans one is here, and open, and back, and open. Okay, otherwise it's exactly the same. Okay, we bend forward and back at the end in fifth position. Okay, let's start now from fifth position, please. And now we have battement frappe, starting from fifth position, preparation, arm forward, and opening with the leg to the side. 3 to the front, 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 in, and then open. Side, 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 in, and then open. To the back, 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 in, and then open. To the side, 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 and then in, and then open. Then closing into the fifth, rising up and balancing, this time the arm coming down, forward, rising up, and we'll take the arm sideways to the fifth and through the demi-plie and then stretch. Okay, starting now from fifth with the battement frappe. And now we come on to battement fondu. Starting now from fifth position, the arm goes forward and open out into the side. And we take a point and raise, not too high, point and lower, fondu, développé, and point and close, and side and raise and lower and close and fondu and second and lower and then closing to the fifth. And the same thing going through to the back. Leave the arm on the first one, and then lower, and fondu and extend and point and then closing into the fifth. Same thing to the second, completely en croix. We take a bend forward and then up, over and back, and then stretch, and then rise and balance at the end. Okay, back more fondu now, starting from fifth. Okay, girls? Now we come to rond de jambe en l'air. We're starting from fifth, arm forward and open second. Point, raise, single and close. Point, raise, single and then close. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, passe and then closing into the fifth. So we have the 3 sets of 3 passe and back. Repeat that en dedans. From the plie, we're going to rise up with the arm coming forward this time, arm sideways to the fifth, 2, open the arm sideways, and then back into the fifth. Okay, rond de jambe en l'air with the quick little singles into the second. Very good for the rhythm, that is. Okay, start now from fifth. Ladies, rond de jambe en l'air. Now we're going to take petit battement, but we're going to face the bar this time, okay? The bar on this side will use the right leg and the bar on that side will use the left leg. We're going to start from fifth position and just place the foot to the coupe front. I use more of the feeling of the coupe in the petit battement rather than the coup de pied. It gets much more of a feeling of the usage of the foot to get into the air rather than wrapping around. So we're not going to wrap. Christmas is over, no more wrapping. We're going to stretch. We're going to go to the front, to the front, to the front, to the front, to the back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, and to the back, to the back, to the back, to the back, to the front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Take that 4 times just into a demi-plie and then stretch. So we really keep our shoulders and hips very square facing the bar. Okay, let's face the bar now. Now we're going to take a very simple stretch just facing the bar, which includes full plie in second, and then a bend, and then another full plie in second, and a rise, and then turning with the right foot in front, a nice slow circular port de bras, and then the same thing to the other side. Okay, so we're going to start now in second position. Now we come on to the last exercise of the bar, grand bat. The arm is forward and side, and we leave the arm there all the way through. Point, raise, lower, close, grand battement, close, grand battement, close. Point, raise, lower and close, grand battement, close, grand battement, close. Point, raise, lower, close, grand battement, close, grand battement, close. Point, raise, lower and close, grand battement, close, grand battement, close, and we turn straight around and repeat that onto the second side. Okay, let's start now from 5th position. Grand battement. Now we come on to our adagio, and we start from 5th position, arms sideways to the 5th, arms sideways to the fifth, walking forward with the arms in the first, placing first arabesque, raise the leg, and then a pas de bourrée under. Other side, arm, and 2, other arm, 3, and 4, walking forward on 5, and 6, raise the leg, and a pas de bourrée under. Into a grand plie, 2, 3, and 4. Tombe, pas de bourrée under, arms down. Rond de jambe front, rond de jambe back, changing with a port de bras, 6, 7, and then closing back into the fifth. And then we start all again using the other arm and the other arm too, and then walking into the arabesque. Is that clear now? Okay, let's start from fifth position. That's right. Now we move on to our center practice, right foot in front, tendu, on the and, closing on the 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and plie. Sous-sus, fifth, releve, passe, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, releve, fifth, releve, and then into the plie. So we have a sous-sus, which is a releve up, opening, and then down, and then a releve passe, closing into fifth. We do that 4 times, just coming straight down the room. Okay, ready, girls? Welcome to our class at 6:15. This is, of course, 6:15 in the evening, not 6:15 in the morning. Lynn and I together a great class for you, and it's for everyone. Many of the greatest dancers in the world used to come and take this class in the evening, together with a group of people that were very serious about their work, but had a great time. And we've put this wonderful group of people together for you today that take class with me all the time, and I'd like to introduce you to them now. This is Edie.
I'm a retired dance teacher.
Not too retired.
I'm Peter. I've been teaching at the David Howard School for the last 10 years. I'm Mark. I'm one of David's pianists, and I've just recorded classics for kids for Bogart Records.
I'm Pat. I'm a chef.
A very good chef, like that. As you can see by they all eat a lot.
I'm Dominic. I'm from ABT.
I'm Christine. I dance with Ballet Met.
I'm Laura. I dance with Jocelyn Ballet.
I'm Ron, I'm a dentist.
A very good dentist on the Upper West Side. And I hope that you enjoy our class that we're going to perform for you now. pliés will start in second and take 3 full pliés, release the arm sideways to the fifth, opening out to the side, and then changing into the first. We take 2 demi-pliés with the arm coming forward on each one, and then once again, and then recover. 2 full pliés, taking the arms sideways to the fifth, and then sideways open, and then changing into the fourth position. 2 demi-pliés, with the arm coming forward there each time, and then a grand plie, forward and up, sideways over towards the bar, and then sideways to the center with the arms crossing through the fourth, and then changing through into the fifth position. 2 demis, 1 and 2, once again 3 and 4, and then a full plie, 6, 7 and 8, and a very slow port bar that goes down, and then around towards the bar, slowly back, and to rise up with one arm, and then placing the other arm on the bar, turning around into the plie, and open the leg, and then repeat it onto the second side. Okay, so we'll now start in second position. We start the tongus from first position and take a tongue front and then first into a demi-plie and then stretch and to the fourth devant, and then close again, fourth devant, and then close. To the second, 2, and demi-plie, and stretch, second, and then close, second, and then close. Exactly the same thing, starting from the back through the demi-plie, and then stretch, open, and then close, open, and then close, to the second, and first, demi-plie, stretch, open, and close, open, and close. We'll turn straight through to the second side. Here we take a demi-plie, roll up through the feet, and then stretch, balance there, demi-plie up, and then take the arm down. Okay, tongs now from first position. We start the tongs now from fifth position, opening frontal 1, closing 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to release the inside leg to the coupe with the arm coming to the first, and then closing fifth. Second, and then close, second, and then close, second, and close, releasing the inside leg to the coupe each time, and then opening the arm out as we close back. Be very careful that we don't sickle the foot on the coupe, that we keep the heel forward, and then closing fifth. Same on the down, and we turn straight through to the second side. Okay? Tongs now starting from fifth position. We start the degatos from first position. We take them 2 with the accent going out and in, out and in, 2 with the accent in, 1 PK, and then closing into the first. Accent out, close, accent in, PK, and then closing into the first. We take that 4 times and then turn straight through to the second side. The last PK, we go PK, crossing into the fifth, and then turning around and starting into the first position. Okay, the guys is now from first position. coupe, extend to the plie, and then coupe, and then close, pas de cheval, and closing fifth, pas de cheval, and then closing fifth. To the coupe, to the plie, coupe, and then close, pas de cheval, closing fifth, pas de cheval, and closing fifth. Same on the dot, return straight to the second side. In the pas de cheval, make sure that you go through the coupe as the leg is extending and not the coup de pied. So the leg goes coupe open and then coupe open rather than wrapping the foot around and extending, wrapping the foot around and extending. Okay, so we start now the pas de cheval from fifth position. We start the rondation now from fifth position, arm forward. We take a demi-plie as the preparation, and arm opening there into the second. Release the leg through the fondu, and straight into the second position, arm right down through to the arabesque, and then closing back into the fifth. And then one, and then opening through the second, changing up, bring the arm over as you close back into the fifth, into the second. Rondation front, and then front, and then front, and then front, and then brushing through to the front, fondu, and then through to the passe, to the arabesque, and then closing into the fifth, arm opening out into the second. Repeat exactly the same thing on the dance from the back. We take a bend forward, up, over, and back. We're going to lunge down the inside leg, up, lunge back, bending right open, arm open to the side, and then rise up and balance with the arms in the fifth at the end through the demi-plie and the river. Okay, rondation is now starting from the fifth position. We start the backbone fragment from fifth, the arm comes forward, arm open out into the second. Single, front, brush, 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 a slow double, front, back, front, out. Brush, 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 back, front, back, out. Return through to the second side. The second time through, brush, 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 double, 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 brush, 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 and then the 4 doubles into the second. Okay, start now from fifth, back more to back fifth. We start the fondues now from fifth position, arm forward and side. Take a fondue to the coupe, to the passe, to the coupe, and then close. Fondue, développé front to the point, and then closing into the fifth. Fondue and passe, fondue and close, fondue and développé, point, and then closing into the fifth. So on the down, take a full circle around. 2, 3, 4, reverse it up, and then down, penché with the inside leg, going through the passe, rising balance, lower through the demi-plie, battement fondu now from fifth. Ronde Jean Montblanc and Petit Battle, and today is a special day, it's Easter Sunday, and Lynn is playing Easter Parade. We go to the front, and then close, second, and close, to the arabesque, close, passe, closing fifth. 3 singles, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, to the back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, and then closing fifth. To the back, close, side, close, front, close, arm, side, and then lower down, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, to the front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, closing into the fifth, and we turn straight through to the second side. I'm using the coupe on the Petit Battement instead of wrapping the foot around. So we're going to go through a series of coupes rather than wrapping the foot around. Okay, start now from fifth, Ronde de Jambe with Petit Battement. The next thing we do is a stretch at the bar, and each individual dancer will be doing something a little bit different. In class at 6:15, we have to remember that many of the dancers that are in the class have been sitting in an office all day, and some of the dancers who are also there will be performing at night, because we're right behind Lincoln Center, and a lot of them come over to warm up before the performances. So each one of them will be doing just a little bit different and giving you a demonstration of an individual stretch. Now a stretch. We start the grand battle in fifth position with the arm already there. Take a point on you, fourth to go, raise the leg, lower down, and close two grand battle. The second one closing into the demi-plie. Second, raise, lower, and then close. Run back on. Second one, going into the demi-plie, the arm comes right down. Same thing into the arabesque on the down, return straight through to the second side, and balance with the arms in the fifth at the end. Take one back. Now we're going to do part of our balancing, which is one of my favourite steps actually. So we start from fifth and we take the part of our balancing with the arm going sideways and sideways and sideways and sideways. Tombe, pas de bourrée, and stretch. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Tombe, pas de bourrée, and stretch. Now the difference between the pas de basque and the pas de basque balancing, the pas de basque will just go front and two, but the pas de basque balance is coming front, coming front, coming front there. Okay, so that's the difference between the two, pas de basque and the pas de basque balancing. We're going to take the same arm as the leg. We could do opposite, but we'll take the same arm, the same arm, the same arm, the same arm. Okay, girls? Have you got that? Okay, spread out now, starting with back, because we're going to track. Now we come on to our pirouette combination, starting from fifth, and we take a chassé, pas de bourrée under into the fourth, a pirouette on the or, and then lower down into the fourth, piqué to the first arabesque, chassé through, and a pas de bourrée under, picking the feet right up, and then lower down. Chassé, pas de bourrée under, pirouette on the or, and then lower down, piqué to the arabesque, chassé through and picking the feet right up and then into the plie there. We take single pirouettes, just checking that the arms come right in here so they're not too high, not too low, about that level here, and then opening down, arm and leg, 1, and then 2, and then up, up, and then into the plie. Okay, can we manage that, do you think? I think we can, okay? Now we come into our allegro area, which I always think is the most fun part of class. Starting in first position, we take 4 little sautés in first. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Échappé, closing back, échappé, closing back. Sauté first, 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 first. Échappé, closing in, échappé, and closing in. Okay, the arms are going to coordinate with the legs to the open, and to the open, and then 2 coming in at the very end. Okay? Let's start now from first position. This is our second allegro combination. We start with the left foot in front and take a glissade derrière, assemblé over with the back foot into the fifth. A glissade derrière, assemblé over with the back foot. A pas de bourrée, picking it up, 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 and then 2 pas de charge going towards the back leg. Glissade, assemblé over, glissade, assemblé over, pick up the pas de bourrée, up, up and down, pas de chat and a pas de chat. Now the pas de bourrée is a preparation for the pas de chat because we're lifting the legs up, up and down, and we want to go through that same position, up, up, down on the 2 pas de chats. We start with the left foot in front now. Okay girls? Left foot in front. We're now going to start from fifth position and take 2 little jetés and 2 assemblées. And what we're going to work on here is the coordination of the arms, because so many times one gets set into a pattern of the arm being in one position rather than continuously moving. So what we want to feel is we take a jeté, and the assemblée is going to come from 1 foot to 2 feet and from 2 feet to 2 feet. So we're going to have the arms here and here. We're going to move them through there and then coming down. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, assemblé. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, assemblé. So what we've got to feel all the time is that the arms, just like we work at the bar, go forward and open to the side. They do not come from the side, from here, down, out. It's forward and open and forward and open and forward and open, same pattern. So we mustn't get used to the leg goes side, the arm is always going in what we call a counter pattern of movement. So the leg goes side, the arm comes forward. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, assemblé. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, assemblé. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, assemblé. Okay, now let's try and see how we get on. Ready? With the music. We're going to take the next combination across the floor, which we'll do like 1 from one corner, 1 from the other corner. We're going to start and take a waltz forward, or balancé forward, and a balancé back, and a piqué into first arabesque, and a plié, pas de bourrée, and into a tour jeté, and a pas de bourrée, and into a tour jeté. That's a balancé forward, and a balancé back, and a piqué into arabesque, pas de bourrée, the arms go right out, and we're going to open them into second, so we have a very nice soft landing there for the ladies. Pas de bourrée, grand jeté, and then down. Now we have the word tour jeté, which basically actually is an American word for a grand jeté en tournant. It basically should be called a grand jeté en tournant, but over the years, especially in America, So if you hear the word grand jeté en tournant, it is a tour jeté, but technically it should be called a grand jeté en tournant. Okay, ladies, let's start. Now we come to our reverence, which is the way that we end the class, and I hope that you've enjoyed working with us today, and I certainly like to thank this lovely group of young ladies for participating today. I think they did very well. Still a lot to learn, mind you, but I think they did very well. We'll start now from fifth and step through to the demi-point, piqué, and then into the plié. And then piqué and into the plié, a grand plié, and two, and then a tombe, and a pas de bourrée under, and then into the fifth. And then piqué into the plié, and then piqué into the plié, into a grand plié, and two, and then a tombe, and a pas de bourrée under, into the fifth. We just take the plain pas de bourrée into the fifth rather than the picked up pas de bourrée that we did earlier on. This is where the feeling of the arms very much comes under and down and again. So we always practice with the arm coming forward, open to the side, rather than getting them stuck there to the side. Okay, now we're on to our reverence. Ladies, are we ready?
Visual Notes to Another Great Class presents David Howard with 4 dancers from his school performing dance combinations to the music on the album. The dance exercise is first demonstrated by David Howard and then performed by the students, creating an easy-to-follow 1-hour workout tape. Order number BOD 8914V. All visual notes are available in VHS format only. Visual Notes to Popular Songs for Ballet Class. This 1-hour class offers David Howard teaching 4 students using the popular songs from the album. A change from the ordinary, this video can be used to amuse and liven up any dance class. Order number BOD 9018V. Visual Notes to Music for Contemporary Dance was filmed in a dance class with David Hochoy using 45 minutes of the music from the album. As teacher, he demonstrates with the dancers as the class quickly moves through floor work, standing work, and progressions across the floor in a manner similar to the Martha Graham technique. Order number BOD 9019V. Visual Notes to Every Dancer provides examples of exercises that can be done to the music from the album. 4 teachers demonstrate in this 1-hour class their individual ideas and combinations to go with each selection. Order number BOD 9121V. In Visual Notes to Music for Pre-Ballet class, Nancy Bielski offers examples of exercises children could do to the music from the album. This video is good for children not yet old enough to take ballet class. This 1-hour introduction to basic steps is performed by children 4 to 7 years old and gives a clear idea of the correct procedure to follow when teaching young dancers. Order number BOD 9122V. Visual Notes to Tap Music for Tap Class presents one of Judy Ann Bassing's star students in an hour-long video demonstration of her technique and her style of teaching. This is the perfect example of the proper use of music in a tap dance class. Order number 9123V. Visual Notes to Classics for Kids reveals David Howard's concepts for teaching very young students the basics of ballet. This hour-long explanation offers an insight into teaching young dancers with clear and detailed information on terminology and movement. Order number 9124V. Visual Notes to 25th Anniversary shows David Howard in an advanced class teaching 2 professional dancers. This 1-hour class is the culmination of the knowledge David Howard has gained from his 25 years of teaching in the United States. Order number 9225V. Visual Notes for Class at 6:15 was filmed at the David Howard Dance Center, where the magical class takes place every day at 6:15. Several dancers from this class, both amateur and professional, combine with David Howard to demonstrate the variety of dance combinations suitable for any level of training. The arrangements of familiar songs performed by Lynn Stanford completes the casual and carefree feeling this class is famous for. A complete 1-hour ballet class available in VHS only. Order number BOD 9226V. Visual Notes for Tap Dancing is the perfect answer to the need for new ideas in the tap class. 2 different tap routines are fully demonstrated and performed by one of Judy Ann Bassing's star students. Judy Ann's choreography from both New York and Los Angeles, combined with John Matthews' original music, creates a new feel for tap dancing. 2 complete tap routines available in VHS only. Order number BOD 9327V. Visual Notes for Mermaids and Butterflies shows Gail Corkery with 4 beginning students performing imaginative dances and exercises for pre-ballet training. The students, which are 5 and 6 years old, help Gail demonstrate steps perfectly suited to introduce a young child to dance. Isolation exercises and a short bar give way to compelling dances across the floor. A complete 1-hour pre-ballet class available in VHS only. Order number BOD 9328V. Visual Notes to Favorites for the Ballet Class presents some of David Howard's favorite steps for class. The complete bar and center are demonstrated by 2 advanced students in New York City. Available on 1 VHS tape for all levels of training. Order BOD 9429. Visual Notes to First Class Volume 2 demonstrates Nancy Bielski with 8 young dancers enjoying one of their first ballet classes. Volume 2 starts at the bar and moves into center. Available on 1 VHS tape for a beginning level of training. Order BOD 9430. Visual Notes to Tap for Toddlers shows Judy Ann Bassing in a class full of young students. This video displays the correct way to teach a young dancer to tap dance. Available on one VHS tape for a beginning level of training.
We start the center practice now from fifth position, arms open into second. Tongyu slowly, close, open, close with the accent out, close and in and in. Again, open, close, open, close, open, close and in. Tongyu croisé, en face, effacé, and tombe. Part of breath under, and then croisé to en face to effacé to tombe, and a part of breath under into the fifth. Okay, off we go. We start the first adagio from fifth and take a fondu, développé to the effacé, just cross the foot over and stretch back there, leaving the arms into that fourth position, and then step to the arabesque and a part of it under and into the fifth. Same thing to the other side, fondu, and then développé cross. It's just a slight lean back there with the arms coming in, and then tombe into the arabesque and a part of it under into the fifth. A grand plie, 2 for 3 and 4. Little balance, head back, and then stepping through into the fifth on the demi point, fondu, développé into the écarté, passe, and then into a full circular point around, and then stretch, and then closing into the fifth. Repeat that on the other side, and just take the arms to the fifth on the flat at the end, opening them out into the second, and bringing them down at the end. Okay? First adagio now, starting from the fifth. The second adagio now starts from fifth, demi-plie, and then recover, demi-plie, and recover. Step through to the demi-point, just like we did in the tendues, and then change. The arm pattern there is the same that we've done before. Demi-plie, and then stretch using the head, demi-plie, and then stretch, and then stepping up, and then two, and the arm comes over, and you finish croisé. Tendu, the other appear to be a passé coupe, one, and to the arabesque coupe from the back, stepping into the arabesque, promenade around there to chassé through, and then up, and then the arms come over to three steps. It will take us back, and then closing into the fifth, and the same thing through, starting to the second side, okay? So now it's the second adagio, ladies from fifth position. We're now on to the most fascinating area, which is always the pirouettes. We'll start with the arms first and open into the second. We take the same arm that we've been using, a tombe and a pas de bourrée under, a tendu over, and then into the plie, a releve, and into the fourth, and a pirouette en dehors, and into the fourth. And then change one, pas de bourrée, a tendu over, and plie, a strong releve, and fourth, and a pirouette en dehors, and then lowering down. And we have gentlemen first, and ladies, some of the ladies will be dancing on point, and we're going to finish with Dominic from ABT. Off we go. We're coming now to the on-the-dome pirouettes, the inside turns. We start from fifth, releasing the back leg with a little tourné, chassé, foot stays behind, coupé chassé, balancé en avant, and then en arrière, and then piqué, and into the four, into an on and on pirouette with the arms in the fifth, or we can of course turn the arms into the front, closing fifth. Little trot leve to change, and chassé, coupe chassé, balancé, en avant, and then en arrière, and piqué, up, you change the direction on the way down, arms go to the fifth, and the spot is front, and closes into the fifth, or then turning here and opening out. Little trot leve to change, and to balancé forward, and back, and passé, and down, pirouette, and change. Okay, off we go, pirouettes on the dome. Allegro number one. We start from fifth position, four changements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Échappé second, don't change the feet. Second, change the feet. Change, 2, 3, 4. Second, don't change the feet. Second, and then change the feet. We have the ladies first and then the gentlemen second. Four changements. Échappé don't, échappé do. Our next allegro starts in fifth with the arm forward, and we take a pas de chat, 1 and 2, a pas de chat, 3 and 4, glissade, jeté, jeté, and pas de chat. So the timing is pas de chat, glissade, jeté, jeté, and a pas de chat. Okay? Off we go. Next allegro starts from fifth position. We take 4 on the staccato, beating front, and front, and front, and front. Seesaw into first arabesque, pas de bourrée under, assemblée, and then recover. And again, beating front, 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 and front. Seesaw, pas de bourrée, assemblée, and then recover. Comes onto the same side, going across with the right foot in front. Ready? Off we go. second, runaway turns in second, and we hope some multiple turns in second. So here we go with piqué turns and turns in second. We have a grand allegro for the ladies with a waltz en avant and waltz en arrière, piqué into the arabesque, bring the leg through, a glissade and a saut de chat. And we're just going to run from one side to the other side. You can step through into the fifth and then balance there. So it's a waltz forward and a waltz back and piqué into the arabesque, and then come through a glissade, saut de chat, with the leg bending, kicking open, the arms up here, a sous-sus, but we're just going to run, because we're going to do it from side to side. So waltz forward and back, piqué, and through, glissade, saut de chat, and piqué to the fifth, or, as we're going to do, run from side to side. Run the allegro now for the ladies.
music on the album. The dance exercise is first demonstrated by David Howard and then performed by the students, creating an easy-to-follow 1-hour workout tape. Order number BOD 8914V. All visual notes are available in VHS format only. Visual notes to popular songs for ballet class. This 1-hour class offers David Howard teaching 4 students using the popular songs from the album. A change from the ordinary, this video can be used to amuse and liven up any dance class. Order number BOD 9018V. Visual notes to music for contemporary dance was filmed in a dance class with David Hochoy using 45 minutes of the music from the album. As teacher, he demonstrates with the dancers as the class quickly moves through floor work, standing work, and progressions across the floor in a manner similar to the Martha Graham technique. Order number BOD 9019V. Visual notes to every dancer provides examples of exercises that can be done to the music from the album. 4 teachers demonstrate in this 1-hour class their individual ideas and combinations to go with each selection. Order number BOD 9121V. In Visual Notes to Music for Pre-Ballet Class, Nancy Bielski offers examples of exercises children could do to the music from the album. This video is good for children not yet old enough to take ballet class. This 1-hour introduction to basic steps is performed by children 4 to 7 years old and gives a clear idea of the correct procedure to follow when teaching young dancers. Order number BOD 9122V. Visual Notes to Tap Music for Tap Class presents one of Judy Ann Bassing's star students in an hour-long video demonstration of her technique and her style of teaching. This is the perfect example of the proper use of music in a tap dance class. Order number 9123V. Visual Notes to Classics for Kids reveals David Howard's concepts for teaching very young students the basics of ballet. This hour-long explanation offers an insight into teaching young dancers with clear and detailed information on terminology and movement. Order number 9124V. Visual Notes to 25th Anniversary shows David Howard in an advanced class teaching 2 professional dancers. This 1-hour class is the culmination of the knowledge David Howard has gained from his 25 years of teaching in the United States. Order number 9225V. Visual Notes for Class at 6:15 was filmed at the David Howard Dance Center, where the magical class takes place every day at 6:15. Several dancers from this class, both amateur and professional, combine with David Howard to demonstrate the variety of dance combinations suitable for any level of training. The arrangements of familiar songs performed by Lynn Stanford completes the casual and carefree feeling this class is famous for. A complete 1-hour ballet class available in VHS only. Order number BOD 9226V. Visual Notes for Tap Dancing is the perfect answer to the need for new ideas in the tap class. 2 different tap routines are fully demonstrated and performed by one of Judy Ann Bassing's star students. Judy Ann's choreography from both New York and Los Angeles, combined with John Matthews' original music, creates a new feel for tap dancing. 2 complete tap routines available in VHS only. Order number BOD 9327V. Visual Notes for Mermaids and Butterflies shows Gail Corkery with 4 beginning students performing imaginative dances and exercises for pre-ballet training. The students, which are 5 and 6 years old, help Gail demonstrate steps perfectly suited to introduce a young child to dance. Isolation exercises and a short bar give way to compelling dances across the floor. A complete 1-hour pre-ballet class available in VHS only. Order number BOD 9328V. Visual Notes to Favorites for the Ballet Class presents some of David Howard's favorite steps for class. The complete bar and center are demonstrated by 2 advanced students in New York City. Available on 1 VHS tape for all levels of training. Order BOD 9429. Visual Notes to First Class Volume 2 demonstrates Nancy Bielski with 8 young dancers enjoying one of their first ballet classes. Volume 2 starts at the bar and moves into center. Available on 1 VHS tape for a beginning level of training. Order BOD 9430. Visual Notes to Tap for Toddlers shows Judy Ann Bassing in a class full of young students. This video displays the correct way to teach a young dancer to tap dance. Available on 1 VHS tape for a beginning level of training. Order BOD 9431.